Have you ever wondered how to make people listen when you speak? A rhetorical question, but one that likely resonates with many of us. Whether you're addressing an auditorium filled with individuals, or simply having a one-on-one conversation, the ability to engage your listeners is paramount. You see, effective communication goes beyond mere words. It's an art, an expression that has the power to inspire, to provoke thought, to stir emotions, and to ignite change. It's about making a connection, leaving an impact, and creating a memory that lingers in the minds of your listeners long after the conversation has ended. Think about it. We've all had those conversations where the words seem to flow effortlessly, where we hang on to every syllable, every pause, every inflection. Those are the conversations that stay with us. Those are the speakers who captivate us. And that, my friends, is the magic of engaging communication. Now, what if I told you that this isn't some elusive talent reserved for the gifted few? What if I told you that you too can learn to speak in a way that engages your listeners, that commands attention, that leaves a lasting impression? Well, that's exactly what we're here to explore. Drawing from the wisdom of Julian Treasure's impactful TED Talk, we're about to delve into the art of speaking so that people want to listen. This isn't just about public speaking, no, this is about everyday conversations, about making your voice heard, and about transforming the way you communicate. So, are you ready for this journey? Are you ready to discover the secrets of captivating speech, to understand the nuances that can make or break a conversation? Are you ready to change the way you speak, and in turn the way people listen? Now you might be wondering, how do I speak in a way that engages my listeners? Let's dive in. First, we need to understand what not to do. Julian Treasure calls these the 7 deadly sins of speaking. These are habits that can disengage listeners and deteriorate the quality of our communication. To start with, gossip. Spreading rumors or discussing others in their absence can quickly erode trust. Then there's judging. No one likes to feel judged, and doing so can create a barrier between you and your audience. Negativity is another sin. A constant stream of negative talk can be draining to listen to, and it certainly doesn't inspire or motivate. Complaining falls under this category too. It's a negativity that's focused inward, and it can be equally off-putting. Excuses often come next. They're a way of avoiding responsibility, and they can make you come across as unreliable or untrustworthy. Lying, of course, is a clear sin. It breaks trust and can irreparably damage your credibility. Finally, dogmatism. This is the habit of expressing personal opinions as if they were unquestionable facts. It leaves no room for discussion or differing viewpoints, which can stifle engagement. Avoiding these sins is the first step towards effective communication. But what's next? How do we actively engage our listeners? Now that we know what not to do, let's focus on what we should do. Treasure proposes the 4 cornerstones of powerful speech. Imagine your speech as a majestic building standing tall and proud. The foundation of this building? 4 cornerstones: honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love, neatly summed up in the acronym HAIL. Let's start with honesty. Like the first brick in your foundation, honesty sets the tone for everything else. Honesty is about being clear, truthful, and straightforward in your words. By being honest, you build trust with your audience. And trust is the bedrock of effective communication. Next, we have authenticity. This is about being genuine, being yourself. Authenticity allows your unique personality to shine through your speech, making your message more relatable and memorable. Think of it as the personal touch that makes your building or your speech one of a kind. The third cornerstone is integrity. Integrity means standing by your words, being reliable and consistent. It's about aligning what you say with what you do. If honesty is the first brick, integrity is the mortar holding all the bricks together. Finally, we have love. Now, love in this context isn't about romantic feelings. It's about speaking with respect, consideration, and positivity. It's about caring for your audience, their time, and their understanding. Love is the finishing touch, the polish that brings out the beauty in your building or your speech. These cornerstones, honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love, when combined, create a powerful foundation for any speech. They engage your audience, make your message memorable, and most importantly, they make your words matter. These cornerstones form the foundation of powerful speech, but how do we put them into practice? Putting these cornerstones into practice involves using what Treasure calls our vocal toolbox. This toolbox is filled with elements that, when mastered, can enhance our speech and make it more engaging. Let's start with register. This is where your voice comes from. Think of it as the base of your voice. The deeper the bass, the more authority you project. Next, we have timbre. This is the texture of your voice. A rich, smooth, warm voice is generally more appealing and easier to listen to than a harsh, grating one. Then there's prosody, or the rhythm and melody of your speech. A monotone voice can be dull, while varied prosody can keep your audience engaged and attentive. Pace, or the speed at which you speak, also plays a crucial role. Sometimes slowing down can add gravity to your words, while speaking quickly can convey excitement or urgency. Pitch is about the highness or lowness of your voice. A varied pitch can express different emotions and keep your audience intrigued. Lastly, there's volume. Speaking loudly can command attention, but a whisper can also be powerful when used appropriately. Mastering these elements and applying the 4 cornerstones can transform the way we speak. But remember, the key is practice. So, there we have it. A guide to speaking in a way that engages your listeners. We've looked at the importance of audience engagement, explored the 7 deadly sins of speaking, delved into the 4 cornerstones of powerful speech, and even unpacked the tools in your vocal toolbox. Each of these elements is key to captivating your listeners, whether you're delivering an impromptu speech at a family gathering or standing in front of a crowd of thousands. But remember, knowledge alone won't transform you into a magnetic speaker. It's all about practice, practice, and more practice. Start small, maybe by applying 1 or 2 of these tips in your everyday conversations. Gradually incorporate more as you gain confidence. Before you know it, you'll be the speaker everyone wants to listen to. Remember, the goal is not just to speak, but to make people want to listen. Practice these skills, and you'll be well on your way. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful content.